right, so today we are going to talk about the unit circle. So, I know a lot of you are very stressed and nervous about having to do remote learning again this week. Just remember, I want you to just try your best. If you are having issues and need me to go back over something with you, I'm more than happy to do that, but you just have to reach out to me and let me know. Right? I can't know to give you extra help if you don't tell me you need it. So, we're really wrapping up chapter 4 today. And to do that, we need to talk about the unit circle. So the unit circle is this right here. So basically what the unit circle is, it's a circle with radius 1 that has all of your angle values around in our different quadrants like we've been talking about. Right? So we have radians and we have the degree measurements as well, right? That's just good reference point for you. And then it gives you all of these nice coordinates over here. So all we've done right now with sine and cosine and tangent is we've used calculators to find those values. However, at particular angle measurements, right, at these special angles, so like 30, 45, 60, 90, 120, 35, 150, 80, 210, 225, 240, 270, 300, 315, 330, 360 is also here, right? And 2 pi. So at these special angles, right, we have exact values for sine and cosine. So each of these coordinates, right, the x gives you the cosine of that angle measure, and the y gives you the sine. So like at 30 degrees or pi over 6 radians, right, the cosine of 30 degrees is going to be equal to the square root of 3 over 2. The sine of 30 degrees is going to be equal to 1/2. Right, and so at 45, right, cosine is square root of 2 over 2, and sine is the square root of 2 over 2. Right, at 60 degrees or pi over 3, we've got a cosine of 1/2 and a sine of square root of 3 over 2. So you'll notice that all of these values, right, so we've got square root of 3 over 2, 1/2, square root of 2 over 2. So anything that's got that pi over 4 or pi over really anything with a pi over 4 on the bottom is going to have some form of square root of 2 over 2 for both values. Right here, right, remember cosine's negative in this quadrant. So remember, right, we have all students take calculus, right? So these tell you what functions are positive. So all trig functions are positive here, which makes all of these coordinates positive. Here, sine is positive, right, which is why all of our y values are positive because that's sine, right? Cosines then are all negative. In this quadrant, tangent's positive, so that means both points here are going to be negative, right? Sine and cosine are both negative here. And then in our fourth quadrant, right, we've got positive cosines, negative sines. Right, so this allows you, you will get a copy of the unit circle when we get back that you can always use. It is very helpful to know, especially this first quadrant, though. I would highly suggest memorizing this because this is information we use often. The other thing I wanted to go over is that there's another way that you can find the tangent at these angle measures. So tangent is also equal to sine divided by cosine. So, for example, let's say we wanted to find the tangent at pi over 6. So we would do sine divided by cosine. So the square root of 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. So when you divide, you flip and multiply, right, which would cancel out those 2. So the tangent at 30 degrees is equal to the square root of 3. So there's going to be several times where I'm going to ask you to give me that sine, cosine, tangent value as an exact value. When I say exact value, that means do not use your calculator. You need to be using the unit circle. So we're going to continue to use this as the year goes on. So we need to make sure that we get very comfortable with it. All right, so we're going to work on page 64, number 7, which is really just a chart with that you're filling in with like all the values of these special functions. So use this unit circle I'll post a PDF of it as well for you. That way you can reference it easier than in this video. But that way you've got it and you can reference it to work on that problem. All right, please let me know if you all have any questions at all. And I miss you guys and can't wait to see you next week.